the Premier League is back again, and I'm gonna make predictions again, and hopefully they'll be a bit better this time. I might actually get one right. Last time my predictions were about as good as if a cow had made them. Let's hope for better this time. So in 20th, bottom, Luton Town. I mean, I know we all love Luton and their little back garden stadium, but let's face it, they ain't surviving. Moving up to 19th, Sheffield United. I mean, who do they have exactly? Okay, 18th, Wolves. I don't know why they would fire their manager 2 days before their first game. Very smart thinking, Wolves. You're going to need to sign around 30 more Portuguese players to get your season back on track. And 17th, the last survivor. I think it will be Bournemouth. I think they would just scrape the Premier League, and they're going to have a case of one season syndrome because, again, they fired their manager who was doing a good job. I mean, Chelsea did that last season, and look what happened to them. So, just above them at 16th will be Everton. I think Everton have a good chance of survival with Sean Dyche, and I think they've got a good team, and they're making some good signings as well. So yeah, and in 15th, I'm gonna put Nottingham Forest in there. I think they've got a good vibe about them. I think Iwoni is a really good forward, and let's see what they've got for them coming forward. Moving up into 14th, we have Burnley for highest ranked newly promoted side on my list, and I think Burnley have a pretty good project going for them with Vincent Kompany, and they've got a pretty good squad, especially Val Weghorst, the GOAT. I think he's left actually, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Burnley perform, especially since they're playing very very soon from now against the champions Manchester City. So let's see how that goes, but I think Burnley will finish 15th. Good mid-table finish on their return to the Premier League. So in 14th, I got confused. So in 13th, above Burnley, I would say that's where Brentford will finish. Brentford have probably got one of the most exciting projects in the league. Really fun team to watch, but sadly, of course, the Ivan Toney ban really, I think, is going to hit them hard. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Mbeumo to perform. So I would say 13th is probably the best they can do in the coming season. So in 12th, I'm going to put Crystal Palace. I think, again, similar story to Brentford. Without Zaha this time, he's gone to Galatasaray. And yeah, and they've got their old man Roy Hodgson working with them. So yeah, Crystal Palace in 12th. And in 11th, I'm going to go with West Ham. They've been really dominant on the transfer market after losing their talisman Declan Rice. They've got Harry Maguire and a number of other players, and it seems like David Moyes looking to deepen his squad to ensure Premier League survival and a good finish. I'd say they're good for 11th place. Moving into the top 10 now. In 10th place, I will put Fulham. I think Fulham, again, like some of the other teams I mentioned, have something exciting going on at Craven Cottage. And I think even without Mitrovic, if he goes, they're still a very good team. I've seen some of their games. They play very well. They're definitely good enough for 10th place. And into 9th, the bottlers themselves. Not Arsenal, it's Spurs. I just think Spurs are going to have an awful season with or without Harry Kane, and I think it's safe to assume he's off to Bayern sooner or later. And I just think they've got no real long-term planning, and their football is just embarrassing. So yeah, Spurs in 9th. In 8th place, I'm going to go with Brighton and Hove Albion. Very, very good team, very, very good project, but they just can't keep a hold of their players. So I think they're destined to become something like Ajax or Benfica. Always performances, but always changing, to adapt with the huge demand. They're the feeder club, basically. So I'd say 8th place for them, seeing as they're losing even more players like McAllister and sooner or later Caicedo. So yeah, Brighton 8th place. 7th place, European spots now. I'm gonna say Aston Villa will retain 7th position in the league. Again, very good project with Unai Emery. Really good team, good signings, great team. 6th place, I'm gonna go with Chelsea, last season's greatest underperformers. Will take 6th place, Europa League spot, if you ask me. Yeah, because they've got the quality. I think they have the quality, but anything more than that is just a little too optimistic. And yeah, 6th place, Chelsea. 5th place, Newcastle United, one of the big surprises of last season. Performed really well with Eddie Howe, but I think this season it's going to be a little more crowded in that top 4 race, and I think Newcastle can do 5th place, which is very good for them. So yeah, the big one now, the top 4. In 4th place, I'm gonna go with Liverpool, another underperforming team last season, but they've made the right signings, and Jurgen Klopp is just really good. I think, and they were really close to getting 4th place finish last season. Just that my team, Man United, put up a decent fight at the end after some slow performances to hold Liverpool off from, and of course Newcastle as well contributed to that. But yeah, this time around, I think that they got it right. They're gonna make it into the top 4. But above 4th place is going to be really challenging. 3rd place, the other bottling team, going to go with Arsenal. Yes, they were so close to the title last season. I think they might put up okay fight again this season with Declan Rice, Jurrien Timber, and their other new signings, as well as their already outstanding team. I think they're a great team, but the 2 above them are going to really give them a good fight. I think it's going to be a 3-horse race this time around. 2nd place, Manchester United. I think good signings, good squad, amazing manager. I think they've got what it takes to get into the title fight. But winning it, who else? It's gonna be Man City. So yeah, that's my Premier League predictions for the 23-24 season. Maybe about an hour and a bit now until it kicks off. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And at the end of the season, let's see how badly I did this. So yeah.